Hey guys, Boys Customs here with a new project. I've kind of done a few things, just one or two, maybe three things since I got it, but I'm about to give you a walk around. We can check it out together, or you for the first time. Me, I've already done some stuff. So here we go. Okay, so here we have it. 1980 Chevy Blazer, K5 Blazer. So as you can see, pretty crusty. I had to drive a couple hours for this and had to go snag it. And anyway, I don't think this door belongs. Well, I know this door doesn't belong to this truck, but all the crust right here. Oops. All the crust here. This was a deal that I saw and it came online and I said, yep, I'm gonna buy it. And I bought it. I sent her a deposit. And then I went and picked it up the following weekend. It was apparently a lady that owned it. It was apparently her dad's, and she bought it off her dad to restore it. And then he I guess passed away, and she never had the title for it. So I don't have the title, so I'm gonna have to do VIN verification in the great state of Utah, and we all know how that goes, but it should be all right. She gave me a bill of sale, and she seems very agreeable to help work things out. These are plastic reproduction mirrors, which I already went to the junkyard and got some metal ones. Oh, this is the best right here. Anyway, the grill has, there's a headlamp bezel that has a crack in it. You can see my cat has been crawling all over it the last couple days. I've only had it for, I guess I got it a week ago, and I haven't done a whole lot to it. I didn't know a whole lot about it other than she said it had a 350. I haven't verified that yet either. All I did was basically go get it, and let's lift this up if we can. Oof. So here is the motor, and I actually liked that how complete this was. There was a little bit of mouse nest in the hood. I pulled off the insulation because it was halfway falling down anyway. I'm gonna have to clean that up a little bit better. I'm not sure. I'm wondering if this is a reproduction hood, an older one. It needs some braces. I need some new hinges. The hinges, I lubed them up real good, and they still don't seem to be working right. From what I understand, there's supposed to be a 350 in here. Lucked out with some headers. The frame doesn't look too bad, but there is definitely dual exhaust on it, and it seems pretty solid. There's a couple of minor issues to fix, but I don't know. It says Goodwrench 350, but my suspicion is that maybe it's not a 350. Maybe it is. I don't know. Those are obviously newer than 60s heads because they have, the mounts on them and stuff. Anyway, it's got power steering, power brakes, disc brakes. Actually, the front end, I had the wheels off this morning because the wheels that came on it would not hold air, especially this one, and they are actually back there. Anyway, not a whole lot to say. I'm surprised I haven't tried to crack it off yet to try to see if it would run. I haven't even actually pulled the dipstick. I just been thinking about what all this thing's gonna need. Yeah, and it's a shame because it's so rusty that you kind of wonder, whew, do I really wanna pursue this? Tailgate, obviously not original to the truck. Go ahead and pop it down here. It's kind of tight. The roller mechanism is broken. I got it down though, got the window down. It's weird because these yellow jackets won't leave this thing alone. I don't know what they like about it so much. There's the insides. I went ahead and pulled those out just a few minutes ago. Pass on those, don't like them. These are the wheels that were on it. Two front didn't hold air. The one front did hold air until we got it home, but the driver's front did not. So I met a guy and I was supposed to buy a set of rallies with 3110s on them. Well, he only had 3 wheels and 2 of them were okay, and I paid him $75 for the 2, and he was supposed to get a hold of me and bring them down. Anyway, I know it sounds like a scam, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and he was supposed to call me this morning. He was coming through town and he was going to have 2 others mounted up for me for another $75. And anyway, wouldn't you know it, he didn't show up. So mounted these here this morning, and at least they hold air. And honestly, I like the 3110s better than the 3211.5s. I think the 3110s kind of give it more of that classic look. I don't know. I grew up in Blazers and Jimmys, so I really love these things. Here's the interior. So obviously we've got some custom stuff going on. Yellow jackets flying around all over the place in here. I actually do have the keys for it. I'm not sure if the door keys work, but I know that's not the right door because of the door panel, because of the way it is, you know, because that's an 80s door panel and they kind of made it work. So it must have been just a replacement door. These had seat covers on them that were kind of really coming off, so I just grabbed them, slid them off, threw them in the garbage. They really do need to be cleaned up. It is an air conditioning truck, but there's no air conditioning to speak of under the hood, so we'll have to remedy that. See, and this is a Blazer thing right here. This is what I did when I was a kid. We had to do this and slide in, and this would come forward and hit the glass, and I always thought that was weird. I haven't pulled this off yet. I kind of really want to get in here and do it. That might actually not be in bad shape other than dirty and crusty and gross and nasty. Somebody put carpet in here. This is a very basic Blazer. From what I can see, there's no tilt. There's all dummy lights over there in the gauges. All it has is a speedo and a fuel tank sensor, or gauge, sorry. So yeah, and it's weird because there's like brown, there's like some brown seat belts and blue seats, and a brown dash with a, oh, I hate those covers, with a cover over it. Anyway, I didn't think it was too bad, and honestly, over here, not bad. Let's show you the driver's side. Well, I'll show you the rear tailgate area of the floor. Not super excited about this, but it is fixable. I'm kind of wondering how much more rot there is, and I think it really has to do with this tailgate. They left the window open for years probably, and it was just barely cracked, probably because it got stuck. I was able to put a bent screwdriver or one of those little I don't know what they are, little trim tool or whatever, in there, and I was able to turn it and get it to go down, and then I was able to lube it up and pop it open. So that mechanism is broken on there. I guess there's a clutch you can buy for that for 15 or 20 bucks or something. Anyway, like, you know, this doesn't look half bad really right here, but once you get down here, and I think it really affected the tailgate, which is a shame. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to save this tailgate or not. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll have to custom make some pieces and weld some stuff in here. So, and that's fine if I do, if I have to, you know, that's fine. But it's just a shame that that it's not in better shape back here. So, oh yeah, driver's side. Couple of dents and dings. One of the good things about this truck is that it has really nice bumpers. So this is probably the worst of it as far as the cab goes. Oh, and I'm gonna need a new door because I can't handle that. Holes in the doors for speakers makes me crazy. Also, somebody cut the dash up as well. But it looks like the pieces are there, so I can actually weld it back together and then get a new cluster cover. Let's see here. Oh, if you see something that looks like it doesn't belong, and also you're wondering, well, where's the shifter for the steering column? And that's because somebody cut it off and I didn't like that. I also got this steering wheel out of the junkyard because they had one of those small Grant like 90s looking steering wheels. Not a big fan of those, so that came out right away. I did go to the junkyard and I snagged on this, which was out of an 80s Blazer, but maybe it was an early, or Jimmy, or maybe it was early 90s, and I don't know. They've changed this because when I popped it out of the steering column, I got two different styles, so that was a little disappointing because somebody had cut this off and put this shift knob on it, and you know, I'd rather have the stock looking one myself. So need one of these. I'm gonna have to go back to the junkyard on Monday maybe. Yeah, so I'm gonna need one like this that has this style. My 1980 Bonanza has this style because I popped it out, took a look at it, and it looks just like this. So I guess that's the style I need. Obviously 1980 Bonanza C10, 1980 Blazer K5, so obviously they're going to be the same. So no tilt column, not much of anything but air conditioning and power steering and power disc brakes. Disc brakes were standard by this point in time, I do believe. So that's about it. Actually, that's a steel mirror there, but saw one that was broken. Maybe this one's not broken. Maybe it's just the passenger one that's broken. So as you can see, those are kind of some of the things that I've done to it so far. So that's about it for the Blazer. Now you see what I bought and what I spent my money on. I did buy it sight unseen because it was cheap. It was really cheap for a Blazer. And since I had a Blazer when I was in high school, and it was my mom's Blazer before that, and they bought it used when I was a kid, and my dad had like a Jimmy from like 76 or 77, and we always went hunting in them, and we always did stuff in them, and I just remember them and drove it like crazy. That Blazer that we had, that I drove in high school, was a manual transmission 4-wheel drive, and it was a pretty sweet thing. So I remember Blazers with a fondness, I guess. So when it came up at the price it came up at, I sent a text and offered a deposit and went and grabbed it, and I've got plans for it, so stay tuned on Boys Customs. But please like and subscribe to the channel, because that inspires me to make more videos, and I'd like to do this more, so please subscribe, and we'll catch you guys later.